record this meeting. Good to connect with everyone. I see people. Tina, hi Tina, I see you on here. Pam, hello. Sarah Jane, hi. Haven't seen you in a while. Awesome to know that you're here and connected. And yeah, can everyone hear me okay? Good, good. It looks like the microphone is working. Beatrice, yes, you can hear me. Thank you for that feedback and confirmation. You know what? Why don't we get started? I know it's, but do me a favor, if you're on Facebook, type in the chat, like where you're from, that kind of thing, so we can know who's here and yeah, where our reach is. Big call today, big call. We're gonna get some money issues healed today. You are healed. And we're gonna have some fun along the way. How about that? Oh my gosh. All right, we got more folks signing on. Good to see everyone. We're Facebook Live and we're on our platform Zoom with a couple different cameras here. So I'm experimenting with this, and I appreciate you jumping on board and going live with the call today. Beatrice, Italian living in Sweden. Yes, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Great. Couple things I'm going to suggest you do before we get started in 1 minute. Grab a paper and pen. You will want to write some of these ideas down that you hear today. You know, you're gonna get a sense of what resonates with you, and trust that. You know, really trust when you get, I call it a cellular happy dance, when your body gives you feedback that something I say is for you, is purposeful, is helpful for you. And so just jot some notes down and yeah, just refer to them later. You'll have some, you'll have a chance after the call, hopefully at some point today, to sit with the information that I share with you and just let it kind of, you know, move through your cells, through your beingness, and really take in the information, because I am absolutely of service for you. This event is all around. We broke through the 2,000 subscriber mark through our Facebook page for Wealth and Wisdom. So thank you so much for everyone who clicked that like button. Make sure you're receiving the notifications from the page and that you're following our posts. I'm going to ramp up. You know, I was quiet for a while with posting. I needed time to work on me and to work on my stuff, and I didn't really put a lot of content out. So hey Nola, I'm glad to see you join. I'm back. That's the good news. I've taken about 18 months where I just took a huge step back and really focused on myself and my business. And I had my own stuff to heal and overcome. And I think I'm there. You know, we always have work to do, right? But I'd say I'm pretty close to having accomplished what I wanted to accomplish with my healing work, my inner healing work. And as you will know, certainly probably already do, if not after this call today, that it really is an inner game, isn't it? I mean, any level of success that you have, any level of abundance and prosperity is based on what's going on the inside. And that's what I'm going to address today. So if you don't know who I am, thanks again for coming. I am the award-winning author of the book, The Alchemy of True Success: How to Activate Your Mind, Revitalize Your Body, and Reignite Your Spirit. Terrific book. I highly recommend it for those of you who have read it. And if you haven't, check it out. We are on Audible. I recorded the audio book there. I've got the ebook out, and as well as the physical book. And also the creator of Manifesting Wealth and Wisdom Daily Oracle Cards. I have to tell you, these cards are amazing. And I'm not saying that only because they're my cards. I'm saying this because these were divinely channeled. I mean, literally, like about 9 years ago, I got the idea that I was going to create a card deck. I didn't even know what a card deck was. I didn't know. And then a few weeks later, I was sitting on the couch just relaxing, and I just had the urge. I had to grab a paper and pen. And all of a sudden, all of these cards, 44 cards, just came right out of me onto paper. And they are phenomenal. The guidance, it's half of the deck is highly business oriented, very practical strategies. The other half is very spiritual, very deep strategies referring to the inner work that is required in order for you to really up your money game. So I recommend this deck. I also have it as a card app, an app on the phone. It's right here, just like that. And it works amazing. So we have it for the iPhone and for the Android and all that good stuff. I'm going to tell you a story a little bit later in this call about how I use this app. Just yesterday, when I was investing, regarding one of my investments. So I think you'll find that interesting. All right, so who else am I? I'm a speaker, I'm an author, I'm a creator, just like all of you. We are all creators. And this is the time for us to really step into our creative ability. If you want to know more about me, just go to my website, jadensterling.com. My bio's there. Read it. Had 12 years in corporate America, worked on Wall Street, got out of the business and have been an entrepreneur for 20 years, built a multi-8-figure business, and then got a very clear, direct guidance from the universe that it's my time to give back and to share what I learned about money with others. And that's what I did. So I teach full-time, well, not quite full-time. I don't want to work too much. But I do teach people and have students around the world when it comes to money and investing. And I'm privileged and honored to be here with you today. So thanks again for showing up. I'm going to make this worth your while. I promise you and guarantee it. We're going to cover a lot of information. Most of you who know me and have worked with me, I just get these ideas and downloads for you, and I'm going to share with you. I don't hold anything back. I'll share some ideas with you, and at the end, I'll open this up for Q&A. So whatever questions that you have specific to your level of abundance or attracting money, please ask. There's no question too small or too big that I can't answer. If I can't answer it, I'll say, I don't know, and I'll find out and get back to you. Okay, fair enough? All right. So let's talk a little bit about this past summer. It has been such an incredible summer in terms of our inner work. There's been so much going on. Like, I don't know anyone who just skated through the summer with woohoo, life is great, is like the theme that I keep hearing over and over again is that everyone had a really challenging summer, and it was emotionally, financially, business-wise, relationship-wise. And I also noticed and recognized that things that had to do with our past resurfaced, right? Like things started coming up that you just kind of go, wow, I thought I dealt with this, and then we recognize that maybe we didn't fully heal that issue or deal with it. And a lot of times when we find that there's situations in our life where we don't move through them, whether we say to ourselves, well, I'll deal with that later, or yeah, I know I have this issue to work through, but I'm not ready to tackle it. Essentially what that does is it stores energy within your body and actually creates a little bit of a block, right? A little bit of a energy block that doesn't allow you to move forward. Now, it's hard to recognize because you don't see it. You just simply don't see the energy block, but on some level, you can certainly feel the energy block. And it presents itself like you're just kind of like, you know, I just feel off today, or I don't quite feel right, and I don't know what it is, but there's just something that's persistently off. Can you relate to all this, right? Just something that just keeps showing up, and you're like, yeah, I can't quite figure this out or put my finger on it, but I just don't feel like 100%. And when we don't feel like 100%, it's very difficult to go out and tackle the world. You know, like it's difficult to stay active in your business and build your business. And it's difficult to show up at those networking meetings. And it's difficult to put your best foot forward because you're simply not feeling great, right? I mean, doesn't that make sense? It's like, you're like, you know what, maybe I'll just stay home tonight and the next month. Right? Like you just kind of realize this isn't my time, right? And that's a challenge. That's a challenge because the key is we have to get out and connect with others. We have to get out and meet people if we're going to expand our influence and our finances and our business, right? Very, very big key to success and having abundance in your life. But so this summer was challenging. Now, here's the beautiful aspect that just happened on Monday. The very last huge planet that was retrograde went direct. And when we so how this presents is we start to feel better. You know, we just start to kind of go, all right, I'm gonna be all right. You know, I'm gonna make it through this tough time. Things start to feel a little bit lighter. Things don't bother us as much as they would have when we had these really intense alignment. And I'm talking planets, actually, big planets, and they affect our emotions and our inside. Many of you know this with the moon, right? I mean, when there's a full moon, you know, people tend to get crazy with things. Well, there's many other planets other than the moon that affect us. Now, I'm not an astrologer by any means, but I'm an intuitive enough and a feeler enough that I recognize when planets affect us and when they don't. So you probably felt this too. And so what we're seeing now is a forward motion in the planets, and also that allows us to move forward in a very powerful way in our life. So it's an exciting time. If you've had any issues or any struggle with money, I need you to recognize that it's simply a blip on the radar, right? It's just a blip. Hey, Candace, I see you joined. Hey, Maggie Smith, how are you? Yay, good to see everyone on here. It's a blip and it's not permanent. So we need to understand that money flow, I mean, it's just flow. It's like water. It comes in and it goes out, right? It comes in and it goes out. And then when we can recognize that we're either in the flow or out of the flow, we can start to make adjustments in our life. And that's what I want to share with you, are 5 important and key steps to making adjustments in your finances in order to improve them. Hey, Lindsay Pollock, good to see you. So yeah, there's a lot of awareness that we need to bring our attention to. Think of a financial blip or a financial dip as a floating cloud, right? A cloud that just kind of passes by. And that's really important because then you won't amplify your emotions around lack of money, because any emotion that gets amplified when it comes to money actually brings more of that situation that you're getting amped up about. So that's why it's really important to be aware that if there's a dip in your finances, to not get excited about it, to not get overly emotional about it or upset about it, because that is going to put energy out into the universe and it's going to bring you more situations to get upset about when it comes to money, right? It just steamrolls and it builds like a big old snowball rolling downhill. And we don't want that for you. So the way to counteract that is to just consider it like a cloud, which they pass by, right? If there's a cloud in the sky, we know it's going to pass by. It's not going to define you or who you are as a person. And that's very important. So simply don't take it personally, and don't allow for a temporary financial setback to set the tone and the pace for you and your money going forward, right? Super important. Just regard it as a blip on the radar, a passing cloud, a temporary situation, something that is going to that you're going to get through. So that's really step number one. If you've had any blips or any dips in the financial arena in your life or business, just disregard it. Don't give it any energy, right? We don't want to give a negative situation energy in your life. And here's how to turn it around. And I'm going to look over here because I took some notes here. The key is to move stuck energy. All right. I started talking at the very beginning of this call about when we get things stuck within us, that's immovable energy, that when it gets stuck, then everything else feels like it's stuck, right? When there's something inside of you that is upsetting or working you, that you just either can't put your finger on or that you want to change, but you simply don't know how, that creates tension in your body and lack of alignment. So we're going to talk about how to get back into alignment with the energy of money. And this is, you call it the alignment factor, if you will, but there's essentially 5 steps. The first step is do something different. I noticed in the summer a little bit, I was getting a little lazy, and I was staying up like late at night, and I was watching TV. And of course, when you watch TV, what goes well with TV is eating junk food, right? So I'm like, this is nuts. One day I woke up and I thought, how is this serving me? Staying up late and watching TV. And really, when you watch TV, all you're doing is essentially watching other people achieve their goals and dreams, right? That's the actors on TV. And it's one of those things where I had to look at my life and go, how is this serving me? How am I getting results from staying up? And I recognized that right around 10 o'clock was a cutoff time. So I started committing to waking up earlier. And this is step number 1. This was my doing something different. I just started waking up earlier, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And then when I started waking up earlier, I was like, this is kind of neat, because I don't know about if you do this, but I was telling myself I didn't have enough time, or throughout the day I was running out of time. And that's a horrible feeling, isn't it? Because you just feel like, there's things that you want to get done, but you're not able to accomplish them because of this factor of time. And then I realized, well, we can create more time for ourselves when we wake up earlier. So that was essentially a big wake-up call for me, literally, is to wake up earlier. And so now I recognize anything after 10 o'clock, doesn't really serve me in my highest and best. So I make sure that close enough to 10, 10:30, I'm in bed so that I can get up earlier. And so if you're one of those people who say, I just there's not enough hours in the day, or I don't have enough time, or if you feel like you're running out of time, go to bed earlier and wake up earlier. And this may sound so simple, and I'm hoping that this oversimplification isn't going to stop you from actually implementing this step, because it's huge, huge, huge. So just recognize waking up earlier gives you more time throughout the day to accomplish what you want. Step 2, so then I'm waking up early, right? And I'm like, well, what am I going to do at this time? Maybe I'll just go exercise. And exercise, oh my gosh, like that more than anything is going to start the flow of energy throughout your body. That's going to move things through and get things unstuck. When you're exercising, you're breathing, and breath is the range of motion in the mind and the body. So if you have more motion in your mind and body, you can actually get clear about what emotion you want to focus on. Okay, let me say that again. So exercise jumpstarts your energy. It jumpstarts the breath. Breath is the range of motion within the mind and the body. A lot of times, you might even find this if you might hold your breath, right? If there's any type of nervousness or situation where you find yourself holding your breath, then there's no range of motion in your body, right? So you have to recognize and catch yourself. If you ever hold your breath, breath is restriction in the body. It's when we tighten our abdominal muscles and we don't allow ourselves. So right now, just take a big old deep breath. Let's do it together, right? Just, yeah, just breathe that good energy in. I mean, you can even say things like breathing love in, exhaling fear, things like that. So it's like love, fear, right? Just allowing yourself to that even made me feel a little more calm, a little better there. Just allow myself to relax. And when you're relaxed, you can make way better decisions when it comes to money, investing, and finances. All right, just stay in a relaxed state. So the range of motion comes from the breath. And if you find yourself restricting, a lot of people tell me when they write checks in their checkbook or even pay bills online, they're holding their breath. So just recognize that and start breathing through the process with gratitude, right? Gratitude. I'll talk about more of that in a moment. So breath is the range of motion in the mind and the body. And it allows you, when you have more range of motion, you can choose your emotion. So now we're starting to take a little bit of control of your emotions. And some people say, well, what do you mean you can't control your emotions? Well, yes, you can actually. You can become more in control of your emotions. You can allow for things to not bother you as much. You can allow for more joy to flow through your life. All right? That's step number 3 is master your emotions. My wife's grandmother knew this, and she lived into her late 90s. She just passed recently. And she would say, I have a choice every morning when I wake up if I'm going to be happy or not. Like she just put it out there. Am I going to be happy or what? What is she going to choose for that day? And she knew it was a choice. Smart woman, right? Smart woman. And so when you start to choose your emotions, master your emotions, you can create an entirely new experience in your life, which is what we're referring to on this call. New energy, new experiences when it comes to money, happiness, joy, anything really in life, right? The choice is yours. You have to recognize that. If you don't feel like you have choice when it comes to your emotions or your outcomes, you got a little more work to do, right? There's more work to do there. You will start to see a dramatic shift and change in your life when you start to claim and own your ability to make choices. It's huge. It's everything, really, essentially. Give me a thumbs up on that one. Just do a little bit. If you're on Facebook, smash that thumbs up button on that. If you recognize that in your life, right? That you want to really start to take control of your emotions. It's a game changer. I guarantee it. Particularly when it comes to money. This is big. When you sit in the energy with money, and this is step number 4, by the way, is sitting in stillness or in silence. Stillness. Thanks. I see those thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Sitting in stillness is the 3rd biggest thing that I've added to my routine over the years. And boy, has it changed a lot for me. What I mean by that is when you wake up, before, any electronic device, before you turn any electronic device on, you just sit in stillness. And literally, you can sit on the floor, you can sit in a chair, whatever you'd like, whatever you prefer, but just be still in silence, and then don't allow for, like, you see the chair behind me, that black chair, that's my sitting in stillness chair. I come down to my office and I just sit. And when I'm doing that, I'm getting information and guidance from the universe. I get ideas, I get inspiration. I allow for that time, because often we're too busy, we're too distracted, and we don't allow for the time for us to hear the guidance that the universe has for us. It's been said that prayer is asking, meditation is receiving, right? So both are equally important. And if I had to pick one of the two, I would choose the receiving, the stillness part. Allow for the universe to really speak to you. We all have guidance from the universe, whether you know it or not. It's that little voice within, or that, that gut feeling that you have, or that knowing or goosebumps that you get, or a sign from the universe. All of those things contribute to your knowing, and knowing what to do next, and take that next step. And then, of course, take that next step. Like, if you're guided to take a step, do it. That's the universe saying to you, hey, I'm meeting you halfway. I'm telling you, this is the direction to go in. Trust it, right? You got to trust that direction. My belief is peace is the new success. I really believe that. When we can sit in stillness every day, it's going to start your day off the right way. It's going to start your day off in a peaceful place that really you can accomplish anything when you're peaceful. And let's talk about that for a moment. Being peaceful about a situation, or money, or finances, anything really, relationship, really puts you in a place of power. I can't think of a more powerful way to be than peaceful, right? Like, when you're peaceful about any situation, or all situations, I think that's kind of the goal in life, is become peaceful regardless of what happens or what doesn't. It really allows you to sit in the driver's seat in life and go, okay, I'm good with that. I'm peaceful with that. And to not, and regardless of what it is, I mean, we've seen tremendous natural disasters happen this year, last year, with the fires, and people having to leave their home with literally nothing, just grabbing what they can, right? And then later on, I've seen a few being interviewed, and they say, well, I'm peaceful with this. It's going to be okay. I'm alive. My loved ones are alive. It's like, whoa, good for them. How did they get there so quickly? I'm always amazed at that. And they probably are there because they know there's power in that, right? When they're peaceful with an outcome, they just go, all right, I'm okay with that. Or flooding victims, or a victim of anything, any circumstance, bankruptcy, a failed business, failed marriage. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what the situation is. What matters is that we can look at that situation and go, okay, it's no fun. It sucks. Some of us might be like, this is just a horrible thing. And I'm peaceful with it, right? I'm okay with it. And when we're okay with it, it puts us right back into our power. And then the universe brings us new opportunities, right? So peace, that's step number 4, become peaceful. Step number 5 is gratitude. And some people might say, oh, everyone talks about gratitude. Well, yeah, there's a good reason for it. So I'll share with you a little story. It just happened yesterday morning. I have a stock in my portfolio that was underperforming. And I was like, I didn't know what to do, right? I just didn't. Do I sell it at a loss? Do I hold on to it? What do I do? So I went to my app. I showed you the app earlier. It's the Wealth and Wisdom app. And I asked the question, what do I need to know about this situation? And I hit the little card, and it spun. And the card that I got was gratitude. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Gratitude? What? I'm supposed to be grateful for losing money in this stock? You know, how is that happening? And what I realized was it was taking me to another level emotionally. It was helping me spin that, right? Gratitude. And my eyes open. I went, oh, right. Okay, well, I'm grateful that I can invest in stocks. I'm grateful that I have money to invest. I'm grateful for this company that is doing their very best out there. Maybe the stock price isn't reflecting how well they're going about business or what's going on, but that's okay. It just helped me shift my energy around it. And then the next card, I was like, well, give me more. I need another card. The next card I drew was signs. And I'm like, all right, well, show me a sign. So I drew a third card on the deck and I got the number 8. So 8 for my card deck is essentially the final point of manifestation, that whatever I've gone through will be fine. The outcome will be just fine. So it gave me, I could totally relax, you know, it allowed me to relax into the situation. And yeah, then I just went about my day. I didn't worry about it. The stock went up yesterday. It continues to go up today, which is great. But sometimes we need guidance. That's why I'm sharing this story with you. And that's my go-to. Like, people ask me, how do you pick stocks? How do you know this? I mean, part of it is my background, of course. But my real go-to when I have questions, it's either my card deck, the physical card deck, or the app. Which is what I've already shown you. And both of them work just as well. But if you need guidance, make sure you download the app and you're going to love it. I mean, it's just a really powerful tool. So those are my 5 tips for you to really start to work with shifting your energy when it comes to money, having absolute gratitude for the money that you already have. When we allow for gratitude to flow through us, we get more of what we're grateful for. This is not a new concept, but it's a concept that I don't think we do enough, right? I don't think we really sit in the energy of gratitude enough, because when you do sit in the energy of gratitude, it changes everything, like everything in your life. You'll start to feel better, physically feel better. When we feel better physically, you're going to be able to go out and do things in your life and business that will make an impact for others. And we bring value to others, value comes right back to us. So that is my simple formula. It's not anything earth-shattering, but I'm hoping that you got some value out of those steps. And I am here to answer any questions that you have regarding money. The 3 areas essentially are to keep it, to grow it, to get it, to keep it, and to grow your money. Please ask me. I have 30 years of experience in business and investing as an investor, professional investor, as an angel investor in other businesses and in my own as well. So I'm here to answer any questions for you. And so grateful to you and for you. Thank you for coming on the live feed today. So yeah, let's go to Facebook first. If you have any questions. Hey, Kelly, I see you on there. Thank you. Hey, Sheena and Sandra joined. Awesome. Type your questions in the chat. If you're on our Vimeo or Zoom call, type your questions in there. Pam Lee, high five to you. Type your questions in and I'm happy to answer them. Whatever you got going on or anything that I can be of service to you, please ask. I'll get a little drink of water here. Was I so thorough today that you don't have, I answered all of your questions and you don't have any, Pam, Jaden, I'm just starting to take back my control. Awesome, Pam. Yeehaw. And that's the thing too, you know, thank you for the reminder, Pam, where it's never too late, right? It's never too late to take control of your life. It's never too late to make changes. Colonel Sanders, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, founded that business in his 70s. because he recognized he was on Social Security, and he's like, I can't live off of this. What am I going to do? So in his 70s, he traipsed his secret formula recipe around for fried chicken and got someone. The rest is history, right? Pamela, I'm at rock bottom, so nowhere else to go but up. Absolutely. Thank you for that. I love the quote from J.K. Rowling, the author of the the author of the Harry Potter. Thank you. That's it. Harry Potter series. She said, rock bottom became my solid foundation to push off of. Something like that. I might have butchered that saying a little bit, but when we're at rock bottom, you're right. There's nowhere else to go but up. So get excited. Go through these changes. Then Pam, these 5 changes I talked about today, these 5 steps will impact your life more than you can imagine. Start doing them. Tina, step number 2, yes, is exercise, right? Step number 1 is do something different. For me, it was wake up earlier. I was going to bed way too late, midnight, all that stuff. Anyway, so do something different. Number 1. Number 2, exercise. It can only, even if it's a 20-minute walk, right? 20 minutes. But every single day, show up, move your body. Exercise creates motion in your mind and body. And that is when you can start to take control of your emotions, right? Instead of them controlling you. Lindsay Pollock does the strong one. Yeah. Any other questions? What else can how else can I be of service? I'm here for you. You're going to start to see where your finances increase and improve. When collectively people start to feel better and they start to worry less, they automatically start to engage more in life, period. So if you own a business, you're going to start to see your revenue increase. If you work for a company, you're going to start to see the company become busier with more business. I mean, I'm just telling you what's on the horizon here. You're going to start to see a lot more productivity out there in the marketplace. When we're more productive, we feel better about ourselves. When we feel better, we tend to take more of a risk. People might start investing in your business. They might start doing more business with you. You're going to start to see things become easier. And the 4th quarter, mark my words, the 4th quarter of this year is going to be spectacular. So look for that in your business. If you're a business owner, that kind of thing, you're going to start to see a pickup in your business after you put that energy out there to get more business, right? Start showing up more, start becoming more visible, start connecting and bringing value to others. And then you're going to start to see things happening for you very quickly. Sheena, great question. How can we get the universe to hear us? The universe is always hearing you at all times. You have a direct line in with a team of guides who are connected with you since birth. And the key is to recognize the messages and what you're communicating to them. So oftentimes, you might not be engaging with them, right? You might not be connecting with them. And what I'm referring to is unseen forces in your life. We can't see them with our physical eyes, but oftentimes we can feel their presence. We can feel them near us, or we just know that someone's looking out for us. You know what I mean? When you get that feeling of like, all right, I'm going to be okay. You are, because you are. So when you need to connect in with them, as you know, through a meditation that I downloaded not long ago with Ganesha to clear obstacles, what came in was the saying, Ganesha, be here now. So, I got to thinking about that, and I was like, I'll bet I could use that for all sorts of things, like universe, be here now, money, be here now. I mean, it's like it invokes the energy of that you want to connect in with, right? There isn't a more perfect saying than be here now, right? That's how we call forward all the goodness to us. You can say, money, be here now, and sit with the energy of money, right? And then feel into it. What do I need to know? How can I become better, build my relationship with you? How can I connect in with you more deeply? How do I get more of you in my bank account? That kind of thing. Start having a conversation. Everything's energy. So you don't have to be afraid of it. You can just start working with it, right? Energy is available to all of us, all times, anytime, anywhere. Hope that answers your questions. Great question. Any other questions that I can answer for you? Anything else? We're going to wrap this up. This is your time. This is your time to shine. This is your time to stop playing small and holding yourself back. This is truly your time to put yourself out there, share your gifts with others. This is your time to make change like never before. This is it. We need you. The universe needs you. We need your message. We need your light. We need the energy that you're putting out. Stop playing small, right? Just stop hiding out. Just do it. You know where you're guided to show up. And I mean, you may be a mom, and you're working with your kids, and that's perfect. You may be a business owner and you're bringing light and amazing energy to your clients and to your people who are following you. Beautiful. Like, just show up every day. It may be a smile that you give someone who you pass by, right? It may be a connection or just a little word of inspiration to someone who needs it. Keep giving with gratitude, and you will start to see more abundance flow your way like you can only imagine. And imagine a lot, right? Imagine a lot of abundance flowing to you, like just this river of goodness coming to you, and it'll happen. I guarantee it. It'll happen. It's a universal law, the law of giving and receiving, right? It's a universal law. You keep giving and allow yourself to receive the good things the universe has for you, then you're good to go. I thank you so much for connecting in with me. Please continue to follow our posts on the Wealth and Wisdom page. I may be doing these live streams every so often, so I would love for you to connect in, and here for you to answer any questions that you have. Thanks for the hearts, for the love. You are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nola, I see your question. Any tips for bringing in money through our business? I have been manifesting money in my RRSP, receiving gifts, but I wanted to bring in more cash. I think I addressed some of that. Massive value. Bring massive value to people and allow yourself to receive. This is so big. Look, folks, if I talk about this so much. If you can't receive things like compliments or small gifts from people without having the need to automatically repay it or whatever, that's the key right there. That's the universe telling you have to work on receiving. When you start to feel worthy and deserving of receiving the good things, all the good the universe has for you, it's going to start coming to you. It's energy, right? If there's nervousness or if you're uncomfortable around receiving from others, you're telling the universe, I'm not good with this, right? I'm not good with this. I can't handle it. Don't bring me more. So that you have the opportunity when people want to be good to you and give to you, just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all you have to say, and receive it. Don't feel like you automatically have to give back or feel like, oh no, that means that person has less because they've given you something. That's not how it works, right? What works is for you, allow yourself to receive the good from others. And I always say with compliments, because compliments don't cost anything, right? And when you're good with compliments, then it will escalate into other things that you can receive. So I hope that helps. I mean, it's just as simple as putting value out and then asking for something in return. We have to ask. We have to ask people to buy our stuff. We have to ask people to like our pages. We have to ask people to follow us. We have to ask people to whatever you want, whatever you want. All right, we have to ask. And if there's any fear that you have around asking, that's going to show up in your money story. So just get rid of any fear around asking. That's really big. Ask and then become the most amazing receiver on the planet. Right? And then no more business issues or anything like that. You're so welcome, Nola. My pleasure. My pleasure. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Brian McFadden. Good to see everyone on here. Well, this wraps up our call, unless I can be of service and answer any more questions for you. So happy to connect in with all of you. I hope you have a rest of an amazing summer, whatever's left of it. We already have snow in the mountains here over the last couple of days. Crazy, but true. And yeah, this good things are coming for you. Know that, right? Expect it, and then let go of the outcome. But you got to know it. You got to believe it, like feel it in your bones. When you feel it in your bones, that's when you know you're manifesting incredible things in life. I hope this has been of service to you. Thank you so much for connecting in, you guys. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.